Hi, my waist, Jesus. I don't even know how I'm going to sit and do this video to do better. One or the other will do it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time, thank you for clicking on this video to watch. If you're my old subscriber, thank you for coming back. And I'm just going to apologize that today I'm not using the microphone because I really have issues breathing, and when I have the microphone on it picks out every little stress I do while breathing. So today we are going to be working with just the inbuilt microphone from the camera. I hope it's that good as well. So yeah, without wasting so much time, guys, I've been having so many DMs, so many people messaging me to do a baby haul, to do that. Because I have not yet done my gender reveal, I'm not going to do a baby clothes haul. And there are some things that I think is more important, for, especially for first-time moms. But if you don't know, this is my second baby I'm carrying, so I have some experience, and whatever I'm going to be sharing with you guys are based on the experience. Because sometimes when you're pregnant, you go overboard, you buy things that you don't actually need. So today I'll be sharing with you guys those baby gears that I think that we need, those things that we need from 0 months to like 12 months of our baby's life. So I'm going to be sharing those things, that because these things are going to make your life easy as a mother and also easy for your baby. So all these things I'm going to show you, those are things that worked for me with my previous child. Some of them I'm using them for the second time. So yeah, without wasting so much time, let's get into the video. So I'll be looking at my phone because I try to classify the video so that I'm not talking like I'm not everywhere. So the first category, I'm going to start with feeding. Of course, we know feeding our baby is very, very, very important. So there are two ways: either you're breastfeeding your child, or you decide to give your child artificial milk based on your condition. I don't judge people who don't want to breastfeed, but I breastfed my first son for 10 months. So, and I plan on breastfeeding this time if everything still goes well. So for feeding, the first thing I wrote is you need your breast milk, because it's the best milk ever for your child. It's cheap, it's healthy, so why would you want to go and be buying milk? But then, like I said, if you do not have the possibility of having breast milk, or if you don't have the possibility of breastfeeding your child, then you can decide to do bottle feeding or artificial milk. So yeah, the second thing under feeding is breast and breast machine. Like I'm going to be showing you guys. I took this is the Advent breast is it breast pump? I think breast milk pump or something. So this one is from the brand Philip Advent. I use this with my child. I use this from almost the first week of breastfeeding, because sometimes if you are with your partner or if you are with someone who is helping you to look after the baby, and if your milk, I really had good milk flow, so sometimes my boobs were really heavy, I needed to free myself, and I don't just want to go and waste the milk. So if you don't want to waste your milk, you need to get a breastfeeding pump. This is just the main part. The other parts of it that goes to your breast and all the cables have been washed already and sterilized, so they are kept somewhere. I don't want to touch it. So yeah, this will help you to express milk and keep in the fridge, following the normal hours that you're supposed to keep them, be it in the fridge or in the freezer. So when you are like taking time to rest, to nap, your husband, your boyfriend, or anyone that is helping you during your period of maternity can breastfeed the child if the child is up. So they don't need to come and wake you up that come or bring your breast, baby wants to eat. So you always, I think this is a must have for every woman that wants to breastfeed. Because even if you are sitting at home 24 hours, trust me, there are moments where you want to rest, and if you have someone there to help you, then you definitely need this one. Except if you're strictly alone. Sometimes also, even when you're alone, you also need this if you have too much milk, because when your milk is too heavy and the baby does not want to eat, you feel pain. So to release that pain, you actually need to express the milk. So that's what I used to do. You express the milk, and that brings us to the second thing. You need storage bags or storage containers to keep them. I use the storage containers from Advent. I don't have them here because I have washed them. They are the same ones I use with my son. I've washed, sterilized, and packed them already. And also you will need some bottles, because when you express the milk and keep, the baby has to drink the milk from a bottle. So you will need bottles. With my son, I used the plastic Advent bottles, and that was just because I didn't, as a first-time mom, I really didn't bother. And at the hospital, I was being given the plastic bottle sometimes. Because at the hospital also I expressed milk and they kept it. I had really good milk from day one. So I was using the plastic bottle, but with research and everything, I found out that the glass bottle is better. Yes, it's more expensive, but it's more healthy. I went ahead and I bought the Advent glass bottles. I bought the 120 milliliter, or you call it 4 ounce, for 0 months. This will be like for the first 2 months, I think, first 2 to 3 months. And then I also bought the 240 milliliter, which is 8 ounces. This is because, yeah, I was lucky it was on sale. So I got this for 8 euros and I got this for 7 euros. So I bought 4. Moving on to the next thing, because you have bottles, the next thing you will be needing is a bottle warmer. Because say you express milk and you kept, or you're feeding your baby with formula milk, there are times when you do the milk, you might want to warm it, and you don't want to get that into the microwave, because the microwave where you put your food and everything, the baby's things are supposed to be special. So you also need like a bottle warmer. And so that brings me up to this one. This one is also from Philip Advent. Trust me guys, this video is not sponsored. I wish, but it's not sponsored. This one is also for Philip Advent, and I used it with my son. So yeah, this is the bottle warmer I use for my son. And of course, when we have to deal with bottles also, you know that you have to clean those bottles well. You need to sterilize the bottles. So for cleaning of the bottles, you need something like this. You can buy any brand of your choice. I just went with the regular one. I think this one was 4 euros, and it comes with another attachment part that is small. What gets into the baby mouth, you can use to clean it, clean every little angle of the bottle or the mouth of the bottle. So yeah, I went with this one, and this one was just 4 euros. And then also you will need something like this to dry your bottles. I went with the Nook Dry multi-dry hanger or something, so you can get any one of your choice. So you need something like this to dry the bottles. And of course, very very important, you will need a bottle sterilizer. Very important. The last but not the least, you will need a bottle sterilizer, something like this. With my son, I used the Philip Advent, but it was the type that gets into the microwave. I don't have that yet with me because I stored it. I don't want to use that one this time around because my microwave is not that big and it doesn't really fit into it well, because the last time I was using it, I had issues to actually get the sterilizer to get into the microwave. It's the type where you have to put the bottles and then put a bit of water and then put it in your microwave to sterilize. That also worked well for me, but sometimes I had issues to put it in the microwave just because my microwave is really small. It tight, it doesn't fit, it doesn't have enough space to like go around. You know how things turn into the microwave. So this time around I'm going with this one. This Philip Advent is a 3-in-1, like it goes from stages to stages. It's a 3-in-1 bottle sterilizer, and this you don't need to put in the microwave, you just need to connect it directly. So under here is where you put the water, and in 3 stages. You can, for the smaller bottles, you can do it like this. Like for these bottles, you can start with this one. For the pacifier and all the other stuff, you can start like this, and when the baby gets bigger, you can put it like this to use the bigger bottle and some other stuff. Where you put the bigger bottles beneath this, and then at the top here you can put the top part of the bottle, like the mouth, what goes into the baby's mouth. You can put it in here with pacifiers, and the rest. This is how it looks. This is how the inside looks. So yeah, so I went with this one. So the next group of things I'm going to be sharing with you guys is under the category baby relax or mama relax time. So we know that These are also things that worked for me. So I'm saying this again, please. Don't just go and buy these things because Doris recommended it. They work for me. What works for me might not work for you, or this particular brand might not work for you. Something else might work for you. But I feel that as a mother, there are times where you want to free your hands, you want to have time for yourself, you want to let the baby relax while you're doing some other things, maybe cleaning, maybe cooking, or maybe even taking a nap, and you have someone watching the baby, but the baby is not always on your body. The first product here on my list is you will need a baby swing or a baby relax chair or a lounger, just something to put the baby there for the baby to relax while your hands are free. So with that, I'm going to start with this product right here. I don't know if I'll be able to carry it. It's really big. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'll try to zoom in. This is the For Moms Mamaroo. This one I used with my first son. I used it with my first child. So it's pretty expensive, but we have two types. This one, I think I got it for 190 something euros, or 200 euros, I think, but it was between 200 euros. I can't remember, but I'm going to insert the price depending on where you are. So this is the For Moms Mamaroo, and yeah, it has a beautiful kind of something here, but I took it out and washed it. And then this part also comes out. I took it out already and washed it in the machine, but I just put it back because I wanted you guys to see how it is. So it's like this one gives you just two more movements. It goes like a normal swing. Then right here you can increase the speed how you want it, and then here you have a speaker where you can connect baby music here, maybe your phone or an MP3 player or an iPod or iPad, and then you play music for the baby. So this was very, very helpful for me because when I gave birth to my son, I was alone. I had help just for 2 weeks. My aunt was with me just for 2 weeks, and when she left, I had to do everything by myself, and thank God I had a very, very wonderful baby. He would not cry. Like, my son will cry like just twice a day, maybe when he's wet or maybe something, and he will not cry for more than 1 minute. So most times I will just put, and he loved this thing. When I was buying it, I was like, oh my God, I hope I don't waste my money. My son needs to like this thing. So I will just put him here. And where I used to live before, the kitchen was inside. It was a normal student studio, so the kitchen was in the living room where I could easily see him. So I'll just put him here. He's here, the music thing is playing, he's relaxed, he's swinging. I'm also there in the kitchen, maybe cooking, or I'm just doing something, but I know the baby is there relaxed, so the baby is not always on your body. The second thing, you might not want to go for this very expensive one. You can just get a normal relaxed chair. I also bought a relaxed chair because sometimes I feel like swinging him all the time, you know. So sometimes I'll put him in the relaxed chair. If I want to take my bath, I will move, because the relaxed chair, you can move it from place to place. If I want to take my bath, I will put the relaxed chair in the shower, so I can keep my eyes on him. So since we're just two of us, and I don't have the relaxed chair now because I took out all of the parts also to wash them. I already washed them and they are packed, so I didn't have time to build it and show back. So you can get any relaxed chair, because this one is more like stationary. It's not easy to move it everywhere, but with the other simple relaxed chair, you can take it to the room, you can take it to the kitchen. If you have upstairs and downstairs, you can take it downstairs, you can take it upstairs, everywhere, so you keep your eye on the baby. The next thing under relax for baby, you also need something like a play mat, and that one you might need it from like when your baby is like 2-3 months. You can just do the baby tummy time. The next group of things I'm going to be showing you guys is classified under bath time. Of course, you need your baby to be clean, so you have to bathe your baby. So yeah, I'm going to show. The first thing you need is you need a bath set. Bath set, I mean, you can buy something. I'm going to show you guys the one I used for my son, and it's the same bath I'm going to use for this baby. It was really of good quality, and it was really first time mom safe, because it came especially the height of it. If you went through a C-section, or if you're normally tired, you don't have to bend and break your back and your waist to bathe the baby. The height was actually a good height where you can stand and then just give your baby a bath. It had somewhere that you can put soap. It also had an inbuilt thermometer in it. I'm going to insert a picture here. Oh, excuse me guys. If you do not want something like that and you want to use your regular sink, if you have a nice big sink in your bathroom, some people use the sink to bathe their baby when they are still very small. So if you want to use your sink or maybe your regular bathtub, if you're comfortable with it, you might just need something to put the baby on before putting in the sink. You don't just want to put the baby like that in the sink or in your bathtub. You might need something. So for that, I'm going to be sharing with you guys this one right here. But for this, where I just want to bathe him in the bath, I went for this one. Excuse the box. My son destroyed it. He was trying to open it. He thought it was for him. So this is the Delta Baby bath aid, and it's like a mattress, but it's very soft and it's washable. It can take baby from 3 to 8 kilos, and this is how it looks like. So it's just something like this, that when if you're using the sink, you place it in the sink and then you fill it with water, and then your baby is here. This part is like a head, and I love the fact that this part here is kind of to form the baby's head, so the baby does not have flat head. So you can put this in your bathtub or in your sink when you want to give your baby's bath, or you can still also use it in your bath set. Like I think I'm going to use it with my bath set, the main bath set that I have. Or sometimes if the papa wants to give it, but I know men are always very scared, he might put this in the bath before giving the baby his bath, so he doesn't feel like the baby is going to drown. So yeah, you can use something like this, or you can buy those spatulas. There's so many brands that you can use. Okay, so the next thing on the bath is, if the bath set that you bought does not come with a thermometer, you also need a water thermometer. With my son, I got a water thermometer, even though the bag that I finally bought had an inbuilt thermometer in it. But I got a thermometer just for when, like, I was like, okay, if somebody wants to give him bad, just to be double sure, you know, to make sure that, because sometimes those inbuilt thermometer, they can get bad and I don't know that it's bad. So I also got this one that was always in the water, so I had like 2 thermometers. So if you want to bathe your son in the sink, in your bathtub, or you just have a regular bath that does not have an inbuilt thermometer, or you want to be like me, double sure, then you can get an extra thermometer like this, depending on which one works best for you. So that is it for the next thing for bath. And the last but not the least, it's like a changing pad or a changing table. Of course, you also need a changing pad or a changing table, not necessarily when you give birth, when you bathe your baby or clean your baby. When the baby pees, you also need that. And you can use any type of changing table you want. I was using a dresser. Like the changing table I used for my son was also like a dresser, so it had compartment below for his clothes, and the only thing I had to buy was something like this. So I don't know if you guys can see, it's just like a changing mattress. And for my son, the one I bought for my son, it's I didn't store it very well, so when I went to the storeroom to check it, it had mold and other stuff. So I was like, I'm not going to reuse that. I threw it away. So I bought a new one, and these things are not expensive. This is just a comfortable mattress. It's just something to lay the baby on it for like 5 minutes maximum, for you to change the baby or clean the baby or dress the baby after his bath time. So I don't always spend money, extra money on things like this, but you can feel free to do that. So this one was, I think, 8 euros or 9 euros, I think. So I got this one. And then when you get it plain like this, or even if you get it plain, you also need changing mat cloth. So I got this set of changing mat cloth. I got this one from the shop Orchestra Primama, because I have their membership card. When you have their membership card, there are some things you buy at 20% reduction. So this one was 20% reduction, this was also 20% reduction. So yeah, so I got this gray one for now, because the other ones that I used for my first child, they are still very good, so I'm going to use them. I got just one new one. My son, I have like 4 other ones that are still very good. So I'm going to add that to this, and I'll have a total of 5. Next group of things, which is, I'm going to classify it as bedtime. Of course, the baby has to sleep. So for bedtime, obviously we know that every baby needs a baby bed, but it's not compulsory if you want to go sleep with your baby. But to me, I find that it's important for your baby to have a baby bed, like a baby cot where they can sleep and all that stuff. But at the first days or the first weeks or the first month, you might not always want your baby to sleep in the bed, or sometimes when the baby wakes up at night and you don't want to take the baby to the baby's room, or to get up from your bed and go and put the baby in his cot after breastfeeding, because that was what I experienced. My baby's bed, I was sharing room with my baby, but that sometimes when I wake up at night, I'm just like, After breastfeeding him, I just wanted him to sleep beside me. So things like that, you will need something like, you can need something like a co-sleeper, you can need something like a bassinet that you can pull close to your bed, like you don't need to get up from your bed to take the baby, feed the baby, and then put the baby back in the bed. So with that, I'm going to share with you first what I used with my son, with my first child. I had this bassinet here. I don't know if you guys are going to see it. It's like this. It's really beautiful. This one is just an extra thing that I inserted in it, because you know, when babies are, when they're just born, they're really small and they still need to feel like they are still in their mother's womb, and the baby cot is really big for them. So when my baby will even sleep in the cot, I will make sure I put something like this with my first child. I'll put him in here so he feels snug a little bit. But sometimes I will not do that. Sometimes I will put him here. This is a mattress. I just cleaned everything, guys. I'm not yet put the cover, because it also has sheets for this one. So yeah, this is a cozy sleeper. So sometimes he will sleep here and he will just be beside my bed, and I know I don't have to wake up and walk some few minutes to go and get him from his bed. He's here and he's more comfortable because he still feels tight and he still feels comfortable. There's not too much space beside him. So I use this one. And also sometimes when he will nap in the afternoon and I'm in the living room, instead of me to take him in the room, I'll just bring this and put him there for him to sleep, so that I have my eyes on him while he's sleeping. I don't need to go to the room and all that stuff. And yeah, this one are just extra things I bought that I put inside like this sometimes, and then I put him there. So when it comes to sleep time as well, the next thing I'm going to show you guys is this much. This is something recent. I've been seeing it in baby shops, I've been seeing them online. I was like, let me give it a try. I checked some reviews about it. They were really good, and I went to my baby shop here in my city. It was so expensive. In my baby shop it was 80 euros. Oh my god. And there are some brands, I think you call the Docata, or this American brand, I don't know, it's almost $200. I'm like, for what? So I went online on Amazon and I searched. I had this in my registry, in my Amazon registry, but I bought it myself. So yeah, it's like this. So this is so comfortable, really nice. I know my baby is going to love it. So this is like a lounger. You can also use this like to put the baby there and just put it on your sofa, but make sure you're watching the baby so the baby doesn't roll over. But when they are small, they don't really roll over that much. So it's really nice because yeah, the baby feels safe, the baby feels snug, you know, the baby still feels like he or she is in mama's stomach, and comfortable. Is really soft and comfortable, and it's washable as well. But the downside for this one, I think I got this one for $36 on Amazon. It's cheaper, but I see why it's cheaper, because you cannot take out I don't know if you can, okay, yeah, you cannot take out this to wash it, so there I will have a problem. So most often when I'll put the baby here, I'll make sure I put something first before I put the baby, just to try to preserve this one. And because I can also sew, I'm thinking of sewing something that can fit in here, which will have a zipper, so that I can easily change it and wash it. But for now, this is really okay. It's cute. Everything that I'm showing you guys I bought online, I'm gonna leave the link. So this one also, you can use this as a co-sleeper for those days where if you don't have a bassinet, you don't want the baby to sleep in the bassinet, or the baby is not sleeping in the baby cot, you want the baby to sleep on your bed. You can use this, you put the baby on it, and then you just put it beside your bed, so that if you're sleeping with your partner or something, you don't have to roll over the baby. The baby is safe in here. So this, I'm going to be using this a lot because I know the baby will be sleeping with me on my bed. So yeah, so that is it for sleep time. So the last thing you will need, and this is the first time I'm getting this one, is a baby monitor or a baby phone. This is a baby phone because this does not have a screen, so I don't see the baby. I will use my Samsung NX camera as a baby monitor because it works like that. Oh, it's just a baby baby phone, and this one I bought it on sales for, it was 30 euros, but I think I bought it for on sales for 50% off. And this one comes with music, so it comes again with a beautiful music, 8 music. It comes with temperature, room temperature control. It comes with light, so it comes with music, lights, and room temperature control. So if the baby is sleeping in the room, or the baby is sleeping in the parlor and in the living room, and I am in the kitchen, I'll just place one here and I take one with me to the kitchen, so that when the baby is up or the baby is fuzzy or have some funny, make some funny sound, I will easily hear it, and then I'll rush to check on the baby. Okay guys, thank you. If you watched this video to this point, thank you for watching right up to this point. So yeah, we've come to the end of this video. I just thought this video is long, I think, yeah, but I just thought to share with you guys my experience being a second-time mom, because sometimes when you're pregnant for the first time, and you're just confused, you're overwhelmed, you know, you just want to buy everything that you see, but make sure you think if this review of this product is something you think you're really going to use. This baby is really moving. It's something you think you're going to use. That is what I also I watched some of these videos for my first time when I was pregnant, but then I didn't let it control me, because I tried to think of what will match my system or what will work for me. And honestly, I will say that with my first pregnancy, there is not a product that I bought that I regret buying. Everything that I bought for my son and for myself, I really enjoyed using it. I used everything, and my son also liked those things. So yeah, we've come to the end of this video. Please, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, and as well feel free to share this video, because sharing is caring. You make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell so you get notified each time I upload this video. See you guys in my next video, and stay blessed. Bye.